Time is precious, and so are our pets. So time with our pets is extra precious. That's why we started Dutch. Dutch provides 24/7 access to licensed vets with unlimited virtual visits and follow-ups for up to 5 pets. You can message a vet at any time and schedule a video visit the same day. Our vets can even prescribe medication for many ailments, and shipping is always free. With Dutch, you'll get more time with your pets and year-round peace of mind when it comes to their vet care.
Welcome to Critical Hit, a Major Spoilers podcast. Thank you so much for downloading and checking us out this week. And thank you to all of our patrons who are supporting us over on patreon.com/Major Spoilers. You can get over there, hear next week's episode before everybody else. Yeah, that's how it works. We are back, I think, starting issue number 5, if I'm not mistaken, Brian.
Correct.
And I don't know. Maybe we won. Maybe we didn't win last time.
On Critical Hit.
There you go, Sam.
I forgot where the eCaster's mute button was.
Same.
I've got 3 hero points, so
My mouse was on the wrong screen.
Well, I don't know.
I'm just
I
going to put
pretty
that
much
in a
considered
+3.
last session a success. You managed to defeat or run off the villains without everybody falling. So,
I mean, who did we lose? Who did we lose?
Me.
We lost Sam. We lost.
Went down.
Rodrigo went down, and so it was only up to Caius and Tad to save the day. We have actually 4 hero points, Sam.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Even better. So I'll put 1 in a +3 and 1 in a +1.
Excellent.
I will
I'll
also
grab
do that.
I'm going to do a +1 and a +3. Yeah.
This determines how I actually distribute these. Can I, when you crit a minion during this, you may discard 1. Never mind. I answered my own question. I just didn't read the rule entirely.
Good talk.
Yeah, we'll allow it. Anyway,
so here's why I say I don't know if we won or not, because we're down 2 people. Our hit points are, especially for me, are always low. And then there's a guy building up his power with a robot inside this building.
Yes, basically, effectively, last time you had managed to defeat Brutality and let Bleeding Edge run off, so he's not currently attacking you anymore. But pretty much as that fight wrapped up, noticed that there was a strange glowing coming from within the warehouse that you two, or I guess you 4, were fighting outside of. And so,
do you guys want to go inside? I'll give Janora and Nexo some stimulants.
Yeah, like what would our health be right now?
I think it's
well, basically, you'd want to. Yeah, if you dropped, you'd be at the top of the red. So, yeah, basically, you want to put yourself at the top of the next band of health that you're at.
Even Rob and I?
Yeah. So, if you're in the
So
yellow...
if you're in the yellow, you go to the green.
Yeah. Nice.
If you're out, then you're just red.
I guess while we're out of combat, could I use, I have a red ability that lets me self-heal. Could I use that now?
I think that's just going to be largely considered into the putting yourself in the top of the red. Yeah.
Sure.
This, isn't in combat. There's not all the proper adrenaline and excitement going on to push it further right now.
Yeah, so she'll stand up and assess herself and be like, I am very injured, but perhaps, I don't know, we should deal with the rest of these miscreants if we are to get more information.
Can I tell what's happening? Can I tell anything about the lights or the energies that are coming out?
It's definitely an eerie green glow emitting from the windows.
That can't be good.
Yeah, I don't know that you're gonna get much more without peeking inside.
Okay.
I'll crawl up and look in one of the windows, being very careful. Oh wait, I don't have that.
Hold on.
As a
Hold on. I'll call someone less squishy to crawl up in there. Or more squishy, accurately.
Or someone more disposable.
Yeah, someone more expendable.
There's someone more expendable than Tad?
I mean, he can come back even if he gets destroyed.
Oh, okay.
All right.
But yeah, I'll send one of my minions, one of the little roadie dudes.
So basically, you send him up there, and basically what he's able to relay to you through whatever method that works for is basically inside there you see the wizard guy known as Hexstream seems to be floating, surrounded by that sickly green energy, with beams of it kind of shooting out of his eyes and mouth as he's holding the device that Janora saw him tinkering with previously. And basically, energy is coming from that and seems to be sort of animating various mechanical components, which seem to have come from the robot that the group had, which seems to be forming some sort of circle. Extreme himself isn't really looking too great either. He's looking a bit emaciated as this process seems to be occurring.
Can I identify what kind of circle this might be?
No, it just seems to be like some sort of a circular framework that's kind of being formed by these floating mechanical parts.
You convey that to us?
Yeah. So it looks like he's taking apart the robot. He's not looking great, but he's making some sort of circle with the parts of the robot.
As incapacitated as we may be, then I still think that we should attempt to interrupt whatever he is doing.
Agreed.
Probably.
Whatever's happening is happening now.
Okay, let's move.
All right. Did I happen to see any other entrance beside like the front door?
It just generally seems to be the one door into this. Yeah, there's probably some big like rolling shutter doors too, as well, if you want. But all probably locked up, and although you could conceivably go through those if you wanted.
It's the front door or whatever ingress. The visitor?
She went in through a window because she was a little rat, wasn't she?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd probably find a cracked window if you wanted to.
You're psychic, right?
I am.
We can get to the door, and if you want to give us a signal when you're in position, we'll bust through. Try and take them from two sides at least.
Very well. I will shrink down and try to sneak on through the window while this guy's distracted doing weird cult stuff.
All right. So you successfully sneak in. There doesn't seem to be any response or notice from the guy. Just the parts seem to keep basically disassembling themselves from the robot and constructing, forming this big archway as energy seems to grow within it.
Can I actually, before I start pounding on him, so she'll send out a message. It's like, I'm going to try to figure out what is happening here, lest we make things worse. So could I use like principle of space if this is like alien, to try to figure out what's going on and like how best to interrupt it without causing some catastrophic explosion?
Sure. Go ahead and give me an overcome roll.
Sounds
We'll
good.
see.
Use 2. I'm in my red, so that's something.
Ooh, a 4.
God, why can't I not roll crap?
So it'd either be a failure or a success with a minor cost. I'll go ahead and give you that. Does definitely seem to be some sort of portal or technology type mechanics going on here, just from the general makeup of what seems to be building here. You can make that out.
Sure. And she'll say, it seems to be some sort of portal. Nexo, that's your specialty, right? Perhaps you should come take a look.
I'm afraid when I get in there to take a look, I'll just be spotted.
He seems to be in some form of a trance.
Oh. Very well, then. I'll try to teleport to a vantage point where I can look in on it.
Yeah, you pretty much see what is described previously.
Mm-hmm.
Floating there, surrounded by energies, seemingly otherwise unresponsive as that archway is being constructed from the parts of the robot.
Definitely a portal.
Yep.
Can I get any sort of sense as to whether it needs hex stream anymore to stay open?
I'd say go ahead and give me an overcome as well.
Okay. Let's see what my overcomes are.
Oh yeah, we do still get a hero point for my thingy, so take notes.
Okay.
Okay. I will use Principle of Mastery to overcome a situation that uses your powers in a way, in a new way. Use your max die. Each of you is going to hero point. So I'm going to open a small portal within the portal, and I'm gonna like get a sense of what it's doing.
All right.
I'm sure this will go very well. Let's see. So I'll use teleportation, and can I use otherworldly mythos, or is this like
Sounds
strictly
good to
space
me.
stuff? Okay. And then I'm in the red, which is identical to everything else. For me, roll action dice.
Ooh, a 7.
7.
So also would be a failure or a success with a minor twist. Let's see. Think here. For the most part, I will give you that you're not able to get too much more information. You do, fully verify it does seem to be some sort of portal building to parts unknown. It doesn't seem to be merely a spatial relocation. It's actually going through some sort of dimensional space or barriers. But I'm going to just say that probably can't determine too much more beyond that.
Okay, I'll tell everyone. Yes, this is clearly going through some sort of dimensional pathway. So we should get in here and try to disrupt it. Hopefully, with my expertise, I can get it closed if it starts to spiral out of control.
All right.
Okay.
I teleport in and punch the wizard at her.
Okay. Basically, you teleport and punch the wizard. There doesn't seem to be any immediate response as you pop in. You basically take him completely unnoticed. So he just basically slumps like a sack of potatoes. And just after a second, he kind of coughs. Oh, what the? He just seems exhausted and looking around. It's like, oh, you. I guess for once I'm glad that our warnings didn't take fruit.
It's over, man.
When that happens, yeah, all the things that were building up, the pieces that weren't fixed, just kind of collapse. The device he was holding kind of, gets scared across the floor as he drops.
What were you doing?
The Andovan Empire, they were using me as a channel to construct a portal.
Does not seem to have gone well for you.
No. Apparently, they're going to use my life force to complete the opening. Yes, you're right that they can be trusted.
Can I look into his spatial aura and see if he still has some sort of link to the other side?
Sure, you can try that to go and give me another overcome.
Yep. And if I can use Principle of Mastery again, that'd be great.
All right.
I'll use Awareness, which is pretty low. But I'll use Otherworldly Mythos, which is okay, and my red die, which is also okay. 9.
9. Okay. So yeah, that's a full success. Basically, what you're able to gather is that no, there doesn't seem to be any permanent link. Although you do get the impression that there does seem to be some sort of residual impression upon him.
On him, okay.
Yeah, like something is still on his aura, basically. But nothing seems to be transmitting back, so to speak, at this point.
Yeah. Nexo will, because presumably he had knelt down to do this, he'll stand up and very much like a mechanic, he'll be like, well, there doesn't seem to be any ongoing connection, but you do have some permanent soul damage.
Well, I guess I'm still breathing. That counts for something. Yeah.
Where did you get this? And how did they reach you? And what made you trust them in the first place?
I don't know. They just told me that I was destined for greatness, and with their help, I could be part of their empire as they came over. They led us to the Systemic Incorporated heist and advised us what components to take. Helped us activate that robot. But, yeah, again, their
it's a good robot.
Assistance. Yeah, that was, I guess.
I'm going to look over the technical components that were being assembled. I guess it was the robot. So, try to figure out, is this alien tech or was this just some super tech that happened to have been hijacked from this heist?
Yeah, go ahead and give me another roll there.
Cool.
Outcome of that's 12.
Oh, nice. There we go.
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and just give you a +2 forward.
Sweet.
Basically, as you can use that as you wish when the information comes through. But basically, what you're able to determine that it seems to be mostly the components all do seem to be terrestrial. Definitely, a lot of it may have been backwards engineered from alien technology, but seems to be of Earth make and manufacture. However, what you're also able to tell with that overwhelming success, it seems like a lot of it was kind of transmuted or repurposed during whatever thing was happening with the energy as it was being assembled into the arch.
Does the arch, I mean, having just been to the crash site, does this, like, the arch look anything like anything that was from Kleeblox's ship?
I will say that, yeah, you can recognize some similarity there.
So the robot is terrestrial made, but it was being transmuted. And if you look at that welding and that alloy composite, it does somewhat resemble Kleeblox's ship.
I was hoping they were just doing it for name recognition, but this does throw some suspicion on one of the heroes of this city.
Indeed. It seems we do not have the full story.
Well, I suppose we could take Hexstream directly to jail. Also, we could potentially not do that. If any of you trust them enough to have him work with us, since he is honestly the biggest lead we have. If we give him to the police, they're just going to lock him up.
I do not trust him, but I also think that we have common enemies at this point, as you were betrayed.
Yeah, absolutely. No way. I mean, I definitely won't be working with them by choice. And yeah, I mean, what they were doing, it definitely left some impressions on me. I think that, hey, if you don't turn us in, we can probably get that portal going so you can go through and maybe
heat them up on the other side.
Yeah, otherwise, I mean, it's not like this is the only Albronzo array around. They'll probably find some other fool to further their plans.
He is not wrong.
Yeah, but do you guys think maybe I've got a little truth serum here in my bag? Maybe we could apply that to him to just make sure he's not trying to do the old double cross, which I hear villains really enjoy doing.
Does that really work?
Yeah.
I've never heard of it working.
The old double cross or the truth serum, because Ted reaches into his bag and pulls out a really big syringe with a really big, long, sharp needle.
The double cross, usually.
I mean, if that's what it's going to take for y'all to trust me and not take us in, I'll do it.
Why do you keep referring to yourself in?
I think he also means to talk about the bleeding edge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'd rather not my crew be taken in if that can be arranged.
Well, are you going to be able to keep him under control?
Yes, or any of them going to still try to trust the Endobin Empire?
No, I was largely the ones that was contacted through them. They are mostly muscle. I am the brains of this outfit, so
Well, I appreciate that you're looking out for them. You know, where I come from, we don't really have so much heroes and villains so much as we have technical people and rude people.
yeah, I take your word on that.
What would be waiting for us on the other side? We cannot face an army.
Well, seems that from what I saw during that trance, largely they got this portal in some sort of laboratory facility. I think they were going to have a few experimental explorers through first before they started bringing in their full battalion. So,
Well, then perhaps we can dissuade them and destroy their equipment.
yeah, I feel like that's probably what's going to be needed in order to prevent this from just continuing to happen other places.
Well, I think we should go in there as fresh as possible. So, how about we take some rest and regroup here, and you can reopen the portal? Would that be amenable?
Yeah, I think I'm going to need time to recuperate and probably my companions as well. This seems like you're all still standing. So,
Ted, Ted pulls out a small bottle from his bag and says, "Here, take 2 of these."
Thank you.
Your companions put up a impressive fight. So,
well, I'm glad to hear
perhaps
that.
this will be a learning experience for you to be a better brains of the operation and choose your operations better.
Yes.
I suppose.
And remember, let's meet back here. Do you have contact information? Just give it to the visitor. My phone does not get reception in all places.
Yeah, you can use this number. That'll suffice for the next day.
All right. Well, let's meet back here. And remember, I know the shape of your soul now.
Try not to die.
Don't count on it. I don't
On
intend
you not dying?
to. I don't intend to die. So
that is good.
Yes. Yeah. See you tomorrow, I guess.
I'll open up a portal to the van or to wherever we park.
So
Yeah.
All right.
I am going to fly home and submerge myself in soothing salts.
Before we leave, I'm going to leave a couple of dudes to watch the warehouse just to make sure they don't do anything sneaky.
That's smart.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I leave a couple dudes. Extreme kind of comes out, sees that Brutality's there on the ground, and kind of helps him up. And they kind of get into his truck and drive off for the evening.
Yep. Get some rest before we go invade another planet.
Are we all going our own way, or are we all going back to the hotel?
I mean, Nexa would go back to wherever he was staying. Did
Dikaias will offer the hotel for at least Nexo, since he assumes Nexo doesn't have a necessarily comfortable place to stay.
No, not really. Nexo will accept.
So Tad lives here in town, and Janora already flew off, so.
Yep. And she also lives in town.
All right. Then Tad will do a slow walk home. Sad Hulk music swells.
Not.
You drive your van
not a
here?
Car. Yeah, it was your van, wasn't it?
Oh, I thought we were in the. I thought you brought your band van.
I thought we brought both.
We brought your van that you keep telling us to get into.
Oh yeah, so slow Hulk drive off. Vroom 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 vroom. Vroom 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 vroom.
Look, Caius wants to let down his hair, and he can only do that in front of the person who identified him immediately without any questions.
Mm-hmm.
Ted goes home, cleans up, eats some now 3-day-old pizza, goes to bed.
Yeah, Nexo will definitely hog the shower for a while. And when he comes out, he has like a fresh mask on. So he probably keeps like a spare mask in a pocket dimension and is now wearing a pretty clean mask. The other one was probably really busted after getting his butt handed to him twice.
Yeah, probably has quite a bit of scruffs and tears.
Oh, yeah.
All right, it takes a salt bath and recuperates.
Mm-hmm.
Did Caius do anything in particular?
Practice.
Okay.
Caius was in the best condition out of the group. So,
Well, yeah, we'll say that tonight passes pretty uneventfully, and y'all are able to put yourself back up to full tip-top shape there.
All right.
So y'all reconvene the next day at that warehouse?
Yep.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yep.
Provided nothing else happens.
Ted shows up. Ted shows up. Coffee for everyone, including Hextreme and any of the other
Brutality.
Yeah, Brutality or any of the other goons that he has.
Yep. Yeah, the other two guys are there, including Bleeding Edge and Brutality. Extreme seems to be busy marking out some sort of circle upon the ground. Basically, as you give them all coffees, the other two guys are mean mugging you pretty hard, but they don't really say or do anything.
I brought them coffee.
I am sure that goes a long way already. By the end of this, I am sure you will be fast friends. Or at least one of you will be dead, and it won't matter.
My money's on the doctor.
No. Tad has held himself up with aplomb.
Being alive. Come on.
All right. And so after a minute, Hextreme kind of looks over his work, nods, straightens up, stretches. Okay, I think we'll be good to go here. So I think I should be able to get this open and keyed to your guys' particular signatures. So effectively, if you guys can go in and wreck shop and should be able to come back to the same location, I should let you through and hopefully nothing else. And best of luck to you.
You guys want to come and wreck stuff too?
No, I think we've had enough wrecking going on.
Come on, we can be a whole crew that wrecks together.
No, I think we're going to have our own thing going on here.
What thing is that?
You heroes not being involved in that anymore.
Don't do crimes while we're gone.
I don't think any of us are going to be in any condition to any excitement for a minute. I probably wouldn't linger any longer than a couple days. I don't know that the residual magic will last beyond that for return trip. So
we will try not to. And if you are looking for slightly more honest forms of work when I return, she'll hand him her card.
We'll think it over.
Tad pulls out his prescription pad and writes him a prescription for pain meds. If you're still feeling any pain, here.
Okay. We can probably do something with that.
Don't sell the drugs.
Maybe Tad and Janora should start working together.
Humans
All right.
seem to find themselves addicted to very strange substances.
All right. He turns to his compatriots and goes, "All right, get your hands in here. We're gonna need all of our energies to make this happen." And so he starts chanting, and quickly thereafter, their eyes start glowing as his had before. They also start chanting in unison. After a few minutes, you see the flickering of the green energies start gathering where the partial arch is, and see something of a unstable looking green shimmering circle appear within, and the chanting subsides, and he goes, "All right, I think that's the best we're going to do. If you want to go through, now's probably the best time."
Then let's go.
This is my first alien portal that I've ever gone through, so I'll let one of you guys go first.
Oh.
It is definitely not my first.
Well, here, Tad, why don't you cross along with me? And he, Nexa will put his arm over his shoulder and be like, "It is all right. You should not be afraid of portals, only about the unstable energies that go into them and the horrors that they hide behind."
Oh, okay.
That hide behind them.
Yeah, that puts me at ease.
And whether your fragile human body can breathe the air on the other side.
What? Too late.
That is a
He's
good
already
point.
passed through.
Yeah.
I'll send a minion through real quick.
Well, I say as they go through, probably don't get any communication back. But probably after a moment, he kind of creeps back through, and seems okay.
Step on through.
All right.
I will also step on through.
Basically, step through. There's some disassociation. Basically, your senses kind of are thrown for a loop for a moment there, but pretty soon you all are able to more or less kind of collapse out. You come through into a room that looks very kind of nightmarish. You seem to have come through an archway that kind of seems similar to what was on the other side, except for it seems to be largely constructed of meat, metal, and bone. There seems to be some fairly organic conduits connected to it from several metallic terminals that seem to have their own runes and whatnot. Kind of staring in confusion at you are several robed individuals that seem to have goggles and gas masks as part of their costumes. They kind of murmur for a second and start increasing in concern as one of them kind of goes to a terminal and hits a button, and you start hearing a loud blaring alarm going off. And you start hearing commotions spread throughout the complex. I think we're going to want to move into something of a skill challenge as you decide to proceed from here.
So for those of you who have been playing the Sentinels RPG, there's not a skills challenge in there, but Brian did create a skills challenge for this game. Copyright D&D Brian. But
Something
I'm sure
like
he's
that.
going to say, feel free to use it. Creative Commons license, attribution.
Yes. Or, you know, make your
Or
own.
yes, slip him some money. That's what he's really wanting. You heard from his chuckle. What he's really wanting to say is, give me some of your money.
You absolute ingrates. You guys do not hear. You do not hear Brian when we're off mic. Off mic, Brian is ruthless.
It's all about them Benjamins.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, if you do like it, I mean, feel free to use it in your home games. If you come up with something better, you know, I'd love to hear it on the social medias. Let us know. But you four there, you can all decide what order to take this in. So basically, you'll have to come with 8 successful overcomes and.
I'll
I can start us off by. You want to start us? Otherwise, I was going to start by using like my principle of space to try to get the lay of the land, make sure that like there's no, I don't know, weird gravity or anything that we need to be aware of while here.
Yeah. How many goes before we get into different zones?
Basically, after each of you goes, then the track will be marked off. So you have 3 rounds to get 8 successes. Generally, you want to probably do overcome and boost actions. If you can think of any application for any other kind of action, run it by me and we can discuss. But you'll generally want to probably do 2 overcomes and maybe 1 boost amongst the 4 of you to succeed.
Okay. In that case, let me make a portal and then basically link another portal to Janora so that she can jump back through if she gets into trouble. So I'll boost her before she goes scouting.
Nice.
And I think that's yep. I don't really have anything that boosts. That's not also punching someone in the face. So I will do teleportation. Let's go with otherworldly mythos, and we're in the green, I think.
Yep, we should be.
Yep.
So mid die is a 6.
Ooh. All right. So that's going to be a +2 that she can use there. And keep in mind, you do have a +2 forward from your preceding overwhelming success.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and stack those. So she'll like go scout in and take a look at the technology and try to figure out, you know, as much as she can based on what she previously learned from studying the robot to figure out, you know, any hazards that the rest of the team needs to be aware of. So I'll use Principle of Space. So my max die is going to be a 10.
Dang. All right. So 14 total.
Oh, I wasn't even counting the boost on that. Yeah, so yeah, the 4.
Or 18. Dang.
Okay, no, it's +4, so 14.
Yeah, +4. Okay, yeah, that's 14. That's pretty crazy successful. You'll have another floating +2 that you or perhaps anyone else can utilize here. Basically from your immediate intake, seems like everything seems fine, gravitational and atmospheric wise. No concerns there. Looking over the technology, it definitely seems to have, similarities to, Kleebox's equipment that was not utterly destroyed in his wreck, but definitely some differences, as there doesn't seem to be nearly as much organic
biomatter.
incorporation involved.
Yeah, this is weird.
Yeah. And there also seems to be something other than purely technology stuff going on here, as various runes seem to be not merely input devices or interface. So, yeah, there's something beyond just merely technological understanding occurring here.
So she'll kind of shout back, "It seems relatively safe, but I think there is more than technology at work." And I'll give the +2 to whoever wants to go next.
Sure. You said we had sirens going off, right?
Yeah,
Alarms?
there seem to be alarms going off, and we can say
Rob
that you
samples
probably...
them.
I mean, first, yes. Second, I would like to use Principle of Whispers to try and fry the alarms. Basically, Principle of Whispers is overcome against a challenge involves information you have no real way of knowing. So I'm going to try and use electricity to fry the alarms in this place where I would...
Yeah, we'll say that this is alien enough. Yeah, go ahead and
All right.
give me an overcome to try to get that.
That'll be an overcome with a 6 because of the +2.
Ooh. So short of the 8 that you need for success without a twist. So we will say that as you basically go to make a connection, you kind of get the impression that there seems to be some sort of supernatural defenses incorporated in the security system here, and so basically you can probably disable the alarms if you want, but you will face some backlash, and we would say that will cause we'll say let's see, one of your powers will be reduced in a dice size as you become somewhat bound. I'm just trying to get your sheet here so I can decide what I'd want to...
So this was like a security measure?
Yeah, it seems to be incorporated as part of the security system that he's trying to disable here. There's some supernatural counter incursion methods here. And I'll just say your infernal will drop a die size.
Oh, you miserable piece of crap.
Or you can choose to take the fail.
I would rather take the fail at that point. Infernal's the thing I use the most. Infernal's what I summon with. Infernal going down, I was...
A tactical L.
Yeah. All right. Well then, I think with that, you still have alarms going off, and probably at this point, what seems to be probably guards show up, decked in a metal and bone armor, pretty fully concealing, wielding some sort of implements of similar construction that seem to be starting to be pointed your way as they bark orders in some alien language that you don't fully understand. And I think with that, it'd go to Tad.
Yeah, so real quick, do we have 2 successes or just 1 success?
Just 1 success so far.
Oh, okay. I thought...
oh, yeah.
So when you boost somebody, that's not part of the skills challenge?
Nope, that's just helping them to succeed.
Okay. All right. Well, Tad, taking a look at all this crazy biomass stuff growing all over technology, quickly wants to analyze it and see if he can engineer some kind of not quite a virus, but if he has some kind of medicine to start weakening all of these systems. So I'm going to use an overcome with hypodermic gun and Dr. Nerd Introvert.
Okay.
And I got a mid die of
And
7.
is there any principle that you're going to be applying
here? Let me, can I throw in one of my hero dice here? One of my hero points?
Yeah, you can apply a hero point bonus if you want.
I will add a hero point bonus to take us up to an 8. So for a full success.
So yeah, you can probably come up with something that will help to infect the technologies and systems here, and that'll help you possibly better navigate if you can get from this room with the away from these armed guards.
Okay.
With that, we do tick down 1, so we're now in the yellow zone on this skill challenge. So be sure to adjust what die you're using appropriately and who's going to be going next.
I will. So did Tad successfully drug their alarm system?
Well, no, I successfully analyzed their biomasses to try to engineer a retrovirus or something.
Okay.
Because, that's how medicine and aliens work.
Like, the moment that it appears that he's done, Nexus is going to fastball special him into the incoming guards.
Wow!
I'll try to boost them. So I will use strength and close combat. Is that okay?
Sure.
And then we're in the yellow now, which I will once again point out is the exact same for me. So yes, strength, close combat, yellow die. Ooh.
Well,
very bad roll.
Still just using the mid.
Yeah, I don't have anything that boosts. In fact, the stuff that I have that doesn't attack, looks at the min die anyway.
Okay.
Does this like give him a penalty?
No. Fortunately, with boost, you'd have to basically roll 0 or negative in order to not be beneficial. So you're still providing a +1.
Okay.
But
well, I guess he maybe wasn't done doing what like I thought he was.
Okay. All right. So let me go
Yeah,
now.
I'll go ahead.
I was actually gonna go next because I'll say, like, maybe as you're about to throw it, Norris is like, wait, like, everyone stay together real quick. And I'll basically, like, put, she somehow grows 2 extra arms so she can put her hand on everyone and put the telepathic bond up. I'm going to try to boost all of you. So we're in yellow now. So I boost with my mid and my max, so it's boost 8, and I hinder myself with my min. So I think that's with -1 to me and +3 for everyone else.
Oh, nice.
All right. Yep, that'd be correct. Oh wait, yeah. With sorry, what do you boost with an 8? Yeah, +3. Yep. That is correct. So, I mean, I will point out that at this point there are 6 successes needed to successfully overcome this challenge.
Yeah, so we should stop boosting and start taking actions.
Yeah, I think at this point you're pretty much locked into fully overcoming, hopefully, and you might have to take some costs, and we'll see how that goes.
Fair enough. Well, hopefully everyone's can use these boosts to full effect.
All right. Tad is now flying towards these guys in their armor, and he's got his brass knuckles out in front of him as he's flying. So I'm going to use gadgets and close combat as I guess, an overcome or an attack action. I don't know if we can do an attack action here or not, but
no, basically you'll just would have to flavor if you want to do an attack. Basically, you're just flavoring an overcome action as an attack.
I will try to pierce through their bone armor with my brass knuckles using gadgets and close combat.
All right,
if that works. All right, and my yellow die and a plus. Let's see. Did I roll it? No, I thought I did. There we go. Mid is a 7. I'm going to use Janora's +3 so that we get a success on this.
All right, yeah, that sounds like a success. Basically, you're able to be fast-bowled into this group of people, and you were able to take down this group of guards.
How hard are their skeletal armors?
They're pretty tough, but you do manage to penetrate and at least incapacitate this particular squad.
Okay, I'll pass the information along that hey guys, their armor's really tough, but I think you guys, if I can bust through it, you guys can bust through it. Let's go, team. And I will hand it off to Dicaius.
Yep. Sounds good. I'm going to try and send some minions in various directions to scout different areas.
All right.
With Infernal and leadership.
Sounds good.
Because I don't think my principles are going to work anymore. Did we have a boost?
Yeah,
you got a +3 from Janora.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a 9 then.
All right. Well, then, you are able to send out your minions, and they're quickly able to establish what seems to be the path of least resistance through this complex. So you kind of got a course set for you if you want to try to get through it.
Cool.
Are we back to top of round?
Yep, that'll be top of the round, where we will now click down into the red zone. And you need 4 more successes.
So Janora will shapeshift. She'll use her clever form, which lets her overcome using her max die on shapeshifting rolls. And she'll say, like, everyone get on, and she'll turn into basically like I don't know, big like 6-legged kind of like rhino thing with like nice like scaly things for people to hold on to, and try to like get everyone through as quickly as possible in the path that we've cleared.
Nice.
So let me see what I've still got in terms of boosts, because I've actually hindered myself. So I will use my +1 boost while to negate the -1 that I'm under, and roll. Shapeshifting, go in the red. So my max die is going to be a 6.
Plus a. Oh, okay. You said you didn't have a boost.
Yeah, +1, -1.
No. So can you normally retroactively use a boost?
I believe you have to declare it ahead of time.
Oh, okay. Because I've seen Steven doing it. All right. Cool. Then, yeah, I'll just. So it's a 6. That's a partial success, right?
Yeah, that'd be a success with a minor twist. I will say that basically you didn't quite anticipate perhaps the weight of the combined group, and we'll go ahead and also hinder you with the max die. Well, I guess actually this is the last round. Let's
So, like
give someone else a penalty.
Yeah, or give someone else a penalty, like maybe they slip or something.
I think actually, I'm gonna go. You might between straining yourself to keep up this telepathic bond and shape shifting and trying to coordinate. You're probably overexerting yourself a bit. I'll say you'll have to step down. Let's say your telepathy
Sure, that's fine.
for the success. All right. So you successfully become a troop carrier for the group. And who will be going next?
I can go. If we get, did we take out all of the troops?
You at least took the ones in that room, but there do seem to be
Sure.
more kind of scrambling. Unfortunately, they're a little disorganized because the security system has been compromised. But they're the holes are a bit hazardous still as you're making your way through. But again, Dukias's
So
demons are helping.
So Sam's was a success?
Yes, that was a success. I'm just
Okay.
getting that marked here.
So Nexo will basically create a portal behind them, assuming that troops will be like coming from behind. And he will put like one portal directly behind them and one portal in sort of like that hallway over there that's like perpendicular to it, basically on the other side of like an intersection, so that it'll look just like a hallway. And they'll basically go through the portal and get themselves like farther away from us or like in a completely different direction until they figure out that, they're like, oh yeah, I don't remember passing this polyp.
Excellent.
All right. So I'll do teleportation. Let's do otherworldly mythos, and we're in the red. And actually, I will use specialized info, which is not a principle, but I can overcome using otherworldly mythos, use my max plus min die. And do I have to declare my hero bonus here or my Sam bonus here? Like my Genora bonus here?
Is Genora's, was that persistent or no?
No, that was a one-time.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, you'd have to declare both if you want to use either or both.
Okay. Well, I'll throw in. I mean, this is my last go here, so I'll throw in both. I'll throw in a +3 hero bonus and the +3 that we get from Genora. Teleportation, otherworldly mythos, red, roll action dice. So that's 14 on the dice plus 9.
Okay.
23.
Yeah, so yeah, you definitely super overcome with success. There's going to be provide a +2 as you are you can pass forward onto whoever you'd like or whoever wants to get. Basically, as you do a great job of basically leading,
turning this place into a fun house.
Yep. Further troops astray and getting conflicting commands as whoever's watching the security seems to be very confused.
We get some Scooby-Doo moments.
Yes.
All right. So yep. Whoever's next will get that +2.
I can go.
Okay.
I think I figured out the virus to inject into the system to help try to take it down a little bit, or at least take it all offline. So I'm going to use hypodermic gun and medicine and the red die and my +3 and the +2. My +3 comes from my hero points that I assigned at the beginning of the issue. And my mid die is a 9 plus the 5, so 14.
So yeah, if you're also going to be kicking that +2 down to Rob, I believe, is the last one to go here. And
Yay.
It's all up to you, Rob.
Successfully disable the security. The alarms kind of warble out, causing kind of an even eerier tone for a moment before it stops completely. Yeah, basically.
The alarm sounds like the wailing of 10,000 people.
Something like that.
Have we identified the leader?
No, you have not located any leader particularly here.
All right. Could I attempt to do that?
Okay, how do you want to do that?
By letting the voices in my head tell me.
Okay.
Principle of whispers is weird.
Yes, it is. Okay, I'd say, yeah, go ahead and give that a go.
I'm gonna try, I guess, Infernal and Otherworldly Mythos for this.
Okay.
And I had a +2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you did.
From me.
Woo!
So turns out 7 into a 9, and another success. So yeah, basically
I'm so
you
glad I got
follow.
to use a principle.
Yes. Basically, you're able to follow the whispers, and they help you basically make your way to what appears to be a sort of throne room, where there seems to be a fairly large individual with a pretty ornate set of armor, and seems to be his personal retinue in here, but thankfully you don't seem to be otherwise too followed. Come face to face with what you can only assume to be the emperor of this empire. I think I will have to deal with that next time.
Oh, on Critical Hit, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
This guy feels like the big bad, but we still have, like, if we're doing a full 6-issue mini, we still have like a whole issue and a half to go here. So I'm a little nervous and a little scared, but we'll be back next week, and so will you, because you're a good fan of the show. Hey, spread the word on the Twitter. Hashtag Critical Hit. A lot of you are doing that. We certainly appreciate it. Let everyone know how much you enjoy the program, and let's get some more fun, exciting people to come and listen to our adventures and then join us in the Discord to talk about the antics that they just heard on this week's episode of Critical Hit. So until next time, here's hoping all of your dice rolls are critical hits.
This podcast is copyright 2022 by Major Spoilers Entertainment, LLC.
Time is precious, and so are our pets. So time with our pets is extra precious. That's why we started Dutch. Dutch provides 24/7 access to licensed vets, with unlimited virtual visits and follow-ups for up to 5 pets. You can message a vet at any time and schedule a video visit the same day. Our vets can even prescribe medication for many ailments, and shipping is always free. With Dutch, you'll get more time with your pets and year-round peace of mind when it comes to their vet care.